এই জন্য সিদ্ধান্তটা নেওয়া। বিদ্যুৎ উপদেষ্টা মহোদয় দিয়েছেন সৌদি আরবে, সেখানে আরামকো বলে যে সবচেয়ে বড় কোম্পানিটা আছে তাদের সাথে কথা হয়েছে, তারা বাজারে যে দামে দেয় তার থেকে কম দামে বাংলাদেশকে এলএনজি সরবরাহে সম্মত হয়েছে। এ পর্যন্ত উপদেষ্টা পরিষদে 135টা সিদ্ধান্তের মধ্যে 92টা সিদ্ধান্তই বাস্তবায়িত হয়েছে, অর্থাৎ বাস্তবায়নের হার হচ্ছে 68.16, যেটা বেশ ভালো একটা হার। বিপুল সংখ্যক প্রতিষ্ঠানের নাম বিশেষ পরিবারের সদস্যদের নামে নামকরণ করা হয়েছিল। আমরা আজকেও এরকম দুটো প্রতিষ্ঠানের নাম পরিবর্তনের সিদ্ধান্ত গ্রহণ করেছি। নাম পরিবর্তন হয়েছে, যেটা ছিল বঙ্গবন্ধু বিজ্ঞান ও প্রযুক্তি ফেলোশিপ ট্রাস্ট আইন সংশোধন অধ্যাদেশ আর বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান নব থিয়েটার আইন সংশোধন অধ্যাদেশ। যারা জুলাই আগস্ট গণ অভ্যুত্থানে আহত হয়েছেন, নিহত হয়েছেন, তাদের পরিবারের সদস্যদেরকে স্কুলে ভর্তির ক্ষেত্রে 12,500 মানুষের জন্য এটা একটা এককালীন সুবিধা হিসেবে থাকবে, শুধুমাত্র স্কুলে ভর্তির ক্ষেত্রে। ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত পরিবারকে যে এককালীন সহায়তা দেয়া হচ্ছে তারই একটা অংশ হিসেবে বিবেচনা করা হচ্ছে। এটা কোনোভাবেই কোটার সাথে তুলনীয় নয়।
At the briefing, Chief Advisor Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam said Dhaka University Professor C.R. Abrar will take oath as a new advisor of the interim government tomorrow. The oath-taking ceremony is likely to be held at Bongo Bhavan at 11 a.m. The Press Secretary said Professor C.R. Abrar is expected to take charge as the education advisor.
নতুন অ্যাডভাইজার ওথ নেবেন, উনি হচ্ছেন প্রফেসর C.R. Abrar। উনি খুবই একজন ঢাকা ইউনিভার্সিটির প্রফেসর ছিলেন, এখনো ডিস্টিংগুইশড প্রফেসর, এবং বাংলাদেশে ওনার প্রচুর লেখালেখি আছে, বাংলাদেশের অনেক বিষয়ে ওনার অ্যাক্টিভিজম আছে। তো ওনাকে কালকে অ্যাডভাইজার হিসাবে নেওয়া হবে। আমরা আশা করছি যে উনি এডুকেশন মিনিস্ট্রিটা টেক ওভার করবেন।
The Commission of Inquiry on Enforced Disappearances has completed initial scrutiny of some 1,000 complaints out of 1,752 received. Chairman of the Commission, Justice Moinul Islam Chaudhry, said this at a media briefing at the Commission's Gulshan office in Dhaka today. The briefing was organized to give updates on the inquiry involving the incidents of enforced disappearances. Justice Moinul Islam Chaudhry said they have received a list of 1,067 Bangladeshis staying in Indian jails. The Commission is investigating if any one of them was the victims of enforced disappearances. He went on saying that the offences of law enforcers relating to enforced disappearances will be treated as individual criminal activity. Member of the Commission, Noor Khan, said the Commission has noticed a secret jail in Bogura police lines which might have been built within 10 to 12 years. Another member of the Commission, Nabila Idris, said those who are giving shelter to the individuals involved in enforced disappearances are doing criminal offences. Chief Election Commissioner Amir Nasir Uddin said the Commission does not think that the government will take any hasty decision to transfer the NID card at a time when the voter updating process is going on. He said this while briefing reporters at the Election Commission building in Agargaon in the capital. The CEC said the Commission will inform the government about keeping the NID in the EC. The CEC also believes that the government will not take the decision to transfer the NID from the EC without consulting with the Election Commission. Leaders and activists of the Jatiyo Nagorik Party or National Citizen Party (NCP) paid floral tributes at the National Memorial in Sabah today. Members of the committee of the newly formed political party led by its convener Muhammad Nahid Islam thronged the memorial in the morning to pay homage to the martyrs of the Great Liberation War. Other leaders of the party, including Member Secretary Muhammad Akhtar Hussain, were present at that time. After paying homage, Muhammad Nahid Islam said his party will work for establishing a second republic. He said the NCP wants the national and Gana Porishad elections at a time. Seeking support from people of the country, Member Secretary Akhtar Hussain said one day Bangladesh will rise globally with its head high. Later, Leaders of the NCP offered jarrah at the graves of the martyrs of July uprising at Rayar Bazar killing ground in the capital. TCB will start selling essential commodities through trucks across the country from tomorrow to ensure benefits for low-income people during Holy Ramadan. The initiative, which is already active in 6 districts including Dhaka and Chattogram, will now be expanded to an additional 56 districts. Apart from the family card system, TCB products are being sold at affordable prices through trucks at 50 points in Dhaka and 20 points in Chattogram to keep the prices of essential commodities under control during Ramadan. Low-income people have been gathering since morning to buy these products at subsidized prices than the market rate. Each customer can purchase a maximum of 2 liters of soybean oil, 2 kilograms of lentils and chickpeas, 1 kilogram of sugar and 500 grams of dates for a total of 588 taka. People are happy to be able to purchase these goods at a lower price. However, low-income groups has expressed dissatisfaction as products are being sold to everyone without card and the supply was lower than the demand. They also demand continuation of this initiative throughout the year. TCB selling service will continue until 28th of March. Shipping, Labour and Employment Advisor Brigadier General Retired Dr. M. Shakawat Hossain distributed a total of 30 lakh taka among the families of 6 deceased crew members of MV al-Aqsa. The advisor handed over checks to 6 families at a function organized by the ministry today. The crew members were killed in the cargo ship MV al-Aqsa in the Meghna River near Himchor Upazila in Chatpur district on December 23rd last year. Each family got a check for 5 lakh taka, of which 2 lakh taka was provided by Bangladesh Labour Welfare Foundation under the Ministry of Labour and Employment and 3 lakh taka by Noapara Group, a fertilizer importing company. Home Secretary Nasimul Guni visited Lalbagh police station in the capital today. Officer in charge Koishino apprised Home Secretary about the overall activities of the police station and its officials. Home Secretary instructed police personnel to discharge their responsibilities sincerely and honestly to improve law and order with an aim to earn people's confidence. Now international news. Israeli forces killed 2 Palestinians in southern Gaza after cutting off aid to the besieged enclave and ringing of the ceasefire deal. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff plans to return to the region in the coming days to work out either a way to extend Phase 1 or advance to Phase 2, a State Department spokesperson told Reuters. Israeli officials have demolished a family house in the town of Beit Hanina near Jerusalem in the occupied West Bank, reports the Wafa news agency. Footage shared online and verified by Al Jazeera shows a bulldozer starting to wreck the 120 square meter home. In February, Israel demolished 109 inhabited houses, according to the Ramallah-based Colonization and War Resistance Commission. Meanwhile, Israeli forces killed Palestinian man in Jenin, report said. Israeli raids and arrests are continuing across the occupied West Bank. Wafa reported that at dawn today, Israeli forces shot dead a young Palestinian man in Jenin city. The report said special forces infiltrated a gold building in the eastern neighborhood and shot Jihad al-Avneh. At least 27 Palestinians have been killed in Jenin and its refugee camp as an Israeli army raid there entered in 43rd day. President Donald Trump suspended military aid to Ukraine on Monday, a U.S. official told AFP, sharply escalating pressure on Kiev to agree to peace negotiations with Russia. The move comes just days after a stunning public clash at the White House between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Trump, who is seeking a rapid end to the war. The president has been clear that he is focused on peace. We need our partners to be committed to that goal as well, a White House official said, speaking on condition of anonymity. We are pausing and reviewing our aid to ensure that it is contributing to a solution, the official added. Trump earlier on Monday said that such a pause had not yet been discussed, but did not rule it out. He also suggested that Zelensky won't be around very long without a ceasefire deal with Moscow. Steep U.S. tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods came into effect Tuesday as a deadline to avert President Donald Trump's levies passed without the nation striking a deal, in a move set to snarl supply chains. Trump had unveiled and then paused blanket tariffs on imports from major trading partners Canada and Mexico in February, accusing them of failing to stop illegal immigration and drug trafficking. In pushing ahead with the duties, Trump cited a lack of progress in tackling the flow of drugs like fentanyl into the United States. U.S. stock markets stumbled Monday after Trump told reporters there was no room left for the North American neighbors to avoid the levies. The duties stand to impact over $918 billion worth of U.S. imports from both countries. Trump also inked an order Monday to increase a previously imposed 10% tariff on China to 20%, piling atop existing levies on various Chinese goods. Beijing warned it would take countermeasures against the new tariffs to safeguard its own interest. Economists cautioned that tariffs could raise consumer prices while weighing on growth and employment. Asian markets fell on opening Tuesday, with Japan's Nikkei index dropping more than 2% and Hong Kong's Hang Seng down 1.5% after Trump's latest tariff action. Firefighters are battling Japan's worst wildfire in half a century, which has left one dead and forced evacuation of nearly 4,000 local residents. White smoke billowed from a forest area around the northern city of Ofanato. Aerial TV footage showed 5 days after the blaze began after record low rainfall. The fire also follows Japan's hottest summer on record last year as climate change pushes up temperatures worldwide. As of Tuesday morning, the wildfire had engulfed around 2,600 hectares. The Fire and Disaster Management Agency said over 7 times the area of New York's Central Park. That makes it Japan's largest wildfire since 1975, when 2,700 hectares burned in Kushiro on northern Hokkaido Island. It is estimated to have damaged at least 80 buildings by Sunday, although details were still being assessed. Pope Francis, hospitalized with pneumonia in both lungs, slept all night long and continues to rest. After suffering 2 bouts of acute respiratory failure, the Vatican informed today. The 88-year-old Pope was admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital on February 14 with bronchitis, which developed into pneumonia in both lungs, sparkling alarm across the globe. On Monday, the Pope experienced 2 episodes of acute respiratory failure caused by a significant accumulation of endobronchial mucus and consequent bronchospasm. A Vatican had said in its evening update, acute respiratory failure, which can be life-threatening, occurs when the lungs cannot pass enough oxygen into the blood or when carbon dioxide builds up in the body. It added that Francis' prognosis remains reserved, an indication that doctors cannot predict the likely outcome of his condition. A vibrant and unique atmosphere has emerged in the capital during the holy month of Ramadan, especially surrounding Iftar time. Every evening, makeshift iftar stalls line the footpaths, offering a variety of traditional delicacies to fasting Muslims. These temporary shops gets to busy computers, pedestrians and people from all walks of life, making it easier for them to break their fast. Crowds begin to gather at these stalls from the afternoon, eager to purchase mouth-watering iftar items such as piyaju, beguni, chickpeas, jalebi and dates, all available at affordable prices. Beyond just serving food, these makeshift stalls have also become bustling business hubs for traders. Buyers flock to these markets to select their preferred iftar items, creating a lively and communal experience. For many, having iftar on the footpaths is no longer just a necessity. It has evolved into a part of the city's food culture. More than just a meal, this shared experience symbolizes unity, amity and brotherhood during the sacred month of Ramadan. Now the timing for Sahri tonight and Wednesday's iftar for Dhaka and its adjoining areas. Last time for Sahari is 5:01 a.m. and Wednesday's iftar at 6:04 p.m. in Dhaka and its adjoining areas. Now news when on weather. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said weather may remain dry with temporary partly cloudy sky over the country. Night temperature may fall slightly and day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. Country's lowest temperatures was recorded today 12 degrees Celsius at Rajarhat and highest temperature was in Kepupara 34.4 degrees Celsius. Capital Dhaka's lowest temperatures was recorded 20.5 degrees Celsius and highest temperature was 32.8 degrees Celsius. Now news on sports. India stormed into the final of the ICC Champions Trophy, beating Australia by 2 wickets each for India. Dhanmondi Sports Club, Shinepukur Cricket Club and Legends of Rupganj owned their respective matches in Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League today. Dhanmondi Sports Club beat Brothers Union by 4 wickets at Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium in Mirpur. Batting first, Brothers Union scored 262 runs for 5 wickets in the stipulated 50 overs. In reply, Dhanmondi Sports Club scored 264 runs for 6 wickets in 48 overs 4 balls. At BKSP Ground 4, Shinepukur Cricket Club beat Partick Sporting Club by 77 runs. Batting first, Shinepukur Cricket Club scored 298 runs for 5 wickets in 50 overs. In reply, Partick Sporting Club were bowled out for 221 runs in 49 overs and 5 balls. At BKSP Ground 3, Legends of Rupganj beat Ghazi Group cricketers by 10 wickets. Ghazi Group cricketers were bowled out for just 93 runs in 38 overs, 5 balls. In reply, Legends of Rupganj scored 97 runs without a wicket in 13 overs and 5 balls. And now to end the bulletin, headlines once again. A total of 5,493 physicians, including additional 2,000 physicians to be appointed through PSC, decides Advisory Council. Dhaka University Professor C.R. Abrar to swear in as new advisor of interim government tomorrow. Initial scrutiny of some 1,000 complaints completed out of 1,752 received by Commission of Inquiry on Enforced Disappearances, informs Chairman of the Commission. National Citizen Party pays tribute at Savar National Mausoleum, keeping old constitution and administrative structure, building new Bangladesh impossible. New constitution and constituent assembly elected needed, says NCP convener Nahid Islam. TCB commodity sale program to begin across the country from tomorrow along with Dhaka, Chattogram and 4 other districts. Israeli tanks bomb Gaza throughout night. Israeli breaches truce more than 900 times, alleges Palestine Authority. And that's all for the newsroom for this moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our next Bangla Midnight News. Until then, Allah Hafiz.